Hello.
Yes, Peter. Hi.
Hi. How
How
are
are
you?
you?
Fine, and you?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you.
Please, let's stay by the video call or just
It's
voice.
up to you. From my side, it's not working today, so it's
Okay, good. I don't know what was happening, but I can't find your Skype name on mobile phone on my
mhm.
PC. I don't know why.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Skype is
Yeah.
working a bit. Yeah, I tried now. I found you on this. Basically, you found me on this account. I saw the
Mhm.
name. I tried to, sometimes they published Skype ID, which is live and some numbers. I didn't find
Mhm.
anything. I tried to like put differently, and I also cannot find it from original account that I wanted. But
Mhm.
anyway, some Skype is yeah, they're
Yeah.
developing different releases, so I don't know why it's not working. Anyway, it's no problem, not problem at all. Look, let me maybe I will start from my side, explaining who we are, what we are doing, and then we will get to on your side maybe a few questions through the CV. Maybe you will explain also a few other points. Um, so we are a Luxembourg-based company. Our headquarters in Luxembourg, but now we have different many number of projects. But project in question for which we would like to offer the position for you is the one of the project we have. This is for the major. It's a national bank actually, and we've been working with this client for many years. So we many years. This particular contract or this particular project was signed in 2013, so it's 6 years ago. There was a phase of building 3 data centers for them, configuring, setuping, all bunch of things, connecting the participants for this client. So they have roughly 20 or 30 other entities to connect into this project. And we have, so our scope of work is the everything up to the application level. Then we have the partner who is supplying the application solution for client. And so we have in one city, this is 2 data centers, primary and disaster recovery one. And in other city, we have another one for the backups and everything, like for emergency. Um, we have last 3 years there was support and maintenance. So during this period, we are not changing. There is no major change of the design or anything. There is a main job is to ensure that the new participants is coming. We are provisioning them. There is SAT test. There is acceptance test for them, and then they start using the application with the clients. Something this is kind of their stuff. Now we in negotiation with the client now to sign or extend support and maintenance contract for them for another 3 years. And for that we are building new kind of we revising. There is from business point of view, from organizational point of view, we are changing the teams. We are make it kind of it more efficient and so on. So basically, this position is part of the support. You will be based here in Europe or in Czech Republic. That would be second, third level support, let's say. The technology that we are using or we are going to support, this is mainly the Cisco network. So we are talking about router switches and so on. We are using virtual machines from the VMware. We have the storage from the EMS. Now it's Dell. Then what else? Some specific equipment like HSMs. This is for the generating the keys for the transactions. We are using the also Red Hat clusters. Based on top of this, there is Oracle databases, and this is our kind of age where our responsibility finished. And then on top of that, we have the application from the it's called National Switch. Basically, this is the project or solution which enables all of the banks to interact, the cards issuing, post terminals, and so on. And this is pretty much all about the project, very briefly. So it's a very long relationship with the clients. It's already 6 years. We are now we are reviewing the final version of the contract to extend it to the 3 years. And we have the local team. We have a team based here in Prague. And if you decided to join, if we will be successful with all of the discussions, then you will be part of the support, second and third support here. So we have the ticketing tool, we have the group emails, we have the channels with the communicating with the clients. They have also channels to connect their participants sometimes. So, when the participant is connecting, most of the job is tuning the VPNs, IPsec with them, and so on. So this is kind of thing we have. If you have any questions, about this particular part of the discussion, I can answer it now.
Mm-hmm. So it's the bank is the only one customer, so you are specially dedicated for this customer.
Yes, our client is it's National Bank, so their main bank. They are enforcing the regulation in their countries. The country is in the Middle East. It's not here in Europe, and they have their own customers, let's say, or clients. This is the participant bank. With them they interact. We also interact with them, but it's not our client. We can help them to set up the VPN. We can help them to solve the technical issues or whatever issue they have, but we always kind of follow the instruction from our client, because
Okay. Is that the job 24/7? So I will be on call in the nights or
no. Well, basically we have the schedule from Sunday to Thursday. Friday, Saturday for you will be day off. We have with Prague we have 1 hour shift during the summer and 2 hours shift during the winter, or something like this. Like they don't have the summer winter time. That's why we have sometimes 1 hour, sometimes 2 hours, and let's say work start from 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock depends on the time, local time here, till the how many, like plus 8 hours, so it's like till 5 or 4, depends. They might have a request during their off working hours, but we don't have the kind of on calls so far. They have the access 24/7 access to our ticketing tool, let's say, knowledge base. They have the access to the line. However, as per our agreement with them, we set up the reaction time. It doesn't mean that we have to solve the issue immediately. So basically, when the next day started, then technical resolution is possible, basically.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
But tell me about something about yourself, very very briefly. I know that you sent your CV, but basically, just very briefly, maybe.
I study telecommunication college, so this is my diploma. So I'm specialized in networking. So I'm more networking guy. I mostly, or last 10 years I worked mainly on Cisco, but I think net technologies are not so different. So it's possible for me to learn quickly other technologies like Juniper or different vendors. And in my last job, I was more focused on my main activity was networking, but we have to run internet exchange 24/7. So I was on call, and I have to repair or check some services on Linux systems or on virtual machines. We use KVM and Proxmox. So this is something what I have to do. So I will talk more about my last work position or work experience. I worked 10 years for National Internet Exchange. I don't know if you know NICCZ. It's mainly based in Prague. It was a platform for internet exchange. So we connected service providers, content providers, some banks, and these ASNs or these operators exchange their data through our infrastructure. So I was the main guy who has to design this network. If we bought a new equipment, I have to test it. After a successful test, I have to integrate it, and of course to administrate it for the lifetime in the network. So it was my main job. So and of course. The other part, but I was not directly a sysadmin, but I have to do sometimes sysadmin administration where we run mainly Debian Linux. And of course some of my coworkers has Windows machines and so on, so I have to manage some Windows stations.
Okay. And
okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. For the Cisco certification, do you hold something like CCNP, CCIE, or something like this?
No, not directly. We just visit the specialized courses just for the technology we needed, because we were specialized just on layer switching, because it's a layer infrastructure. So we have to we focused on more on the layer 2 switching. And so on. So we do or the company didn't wanted to spend money for some CCNA certification, because it's too wide and they needed to more focus on layer 2.
Yeah, understand.
And so on.
So it was not required by company to because sometimes in order to become the if you're integrator, for example, you have to be the Cisco partner, and then as part of their requirements you have to hold some employees some roles like CCNP, then CCIE sometimes for the gold partner and so on. So there was not requirement for your job. That's why you just I see that there were a bunch of courses with other FNULA.
Yes, for example, we run our ASN, so we run 2 ASR 1000s routers where we run BGP sessions and other stuff. So when we wanted to do this, we went on a specialized course with our technology partner. So he built on a course or especially for us. So we did it this way, not to make some big CCNA certification, but just directly on the technology we used. And of course, last 5 years we focused more on security. So I have a SANS security certification. So it was just to pick only the themes or the technology we wanted to use or we used. So
you're pretty much familiar with the Aleph FNULA. I see that you took quite a few courses with them, right?
With Cisco Nexus, NXOS, or
No, Aleph Nula. I mean the company.
Aleph Noir. Yes, Aleph Noir, yes.
We also.
It was our technology partner who delivers switches and routers to us.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because we also quite familiar with them. We work few projects with them as well. So
Okay.
Michal Seidel. I don't know if you know these names. Maybe there is different people. Michal Seidel. Peter Kajowski. But anyway, maybe there is different people. They're quite a big company anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. What else I have in mind? So you basically right now based in Alamut, right?
No, I'm in Prague.
You in Prague? Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. But you spent quite a lot of time there, right? Okay. Okay. You based in Prague. That's great. Tell me something about your kind of, if I may ask you about the personal life, family. You married? You have the kids?
Yes. I'm married, and I have 5 years old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So family.
Okay. Family is good. Sometimes it's also important to know the.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because
I'm looking for a job because for the last 15 years I work 24/7. This on call and so on. So I want to find the job without these 24/7 shifts because I want free weekends for my family.
Yes, I understand. Yeah. It's all good. I mean, kind of. Yeah, it's all even for the. Sometimes it's kind of okay, right? If you have some deployment or I don't know, tendering process or something like this. Okay.
Yeah, to have it occasionally, or if some project is, it's no problem for me to work in the night. But if is it
all the time? Yeah, I understand. It should be balanced. Yeah. It's all clear. I understand. So now you actually finish your relation, or you finish with the next season.
I'm unemployed now. Yes.
And when the last day was?
It was on 30 June, so
June.
It's 1 month ago.
Okay, good good vacation. So you rest right now and ready for the for the new project, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
That's true.
That's good. Yeah. Okay.
In my last job, how to say, last year in XCZ, I was a CTO.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to manage a few people, and I have to present and do such stuff. But I was configuring technology all the time, so it was just another thing to it. And because NXTZ is a member-driven association, so there is a board. Mm-hmm. And the board is building the strategy for the company or for the association. And my strategy, or I didn't follow their strategy, so I decided to leave. So it's how I finished in the last work. So.
Understand. So basically, you were thinking that the few things should be done differently, right?
Yes, I put some projects on the table, and the board didn't want this project run. So I wanted to do some projects. I think 5, and no of them was okay for them. So I decided to.
Yeah, but you've been with the company for 10 years, right? Roughly.
Yes.
Quite a long term already. Okay, that's good. What else I have? So that's yeah. I have a question. For example, do you have any experience, or do you have any kind of? I'm just right now thinking kind of things that we are going to be involved, right? From time to time, we're also bidding on some tenders and so on. Do you have any experience to kind of putting together a response on the RFP? Do you have any experience, or how you usually deal with the suppliers or vendors? Any kind of experience in this domain? It's not immediately needed for this position, but I'm just testing, or I'm just thinking about some other things where we can find the cooperation, let's say.
Do I understand it well? If I have some experience with tenders, how to make tenders on technology? Yeah. It was one of the project which wasn't accepted by the board. It was a tender for new switches for Bratislava Internet Exchange. We built in XCZ 5 years ago, and we needed to make a hardware upgrade. And I don't know.
So basically, from your side,
of document for each vendor, they have to read it. They have to follow some rules which we do. So I have experienced it, and with all the tender thing, because I wrote this how to say it, these rules. And then I have to test the new technology if these rules are really followed by them, and after the test I have to decide which technology we will buy. So this all I went through. So I have experience with tenders.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, understand. What else I had? Just 30 seconds ago I had the question, but now it's slipped out. Okay, so with the RFP, so you basically want more experience with preparing the RFPs, like requirements for the other companies to bid or participate in the tender, something like this. Okay.
Yes.
But you've been also most of your career was technical. You also mentioned that even being on the sort of managing position, you also take care about the technical stuff. So you would say for yourself, you are more kind of you prefer to solve the technical issues, or you sometimes prefer to do some managing tasks, people management, assign the what kind of things you would prefer?
I like to be on the technical, but I have no problem with it if to manage some people. But in XCZ it was a really small team. It was 5 technicians, so it was really just to say, hey, next week we have to change the switch. So I said how we will do it and when. So it was nothing special. But yeah, I have no problem with it too. So, but I like to configure, and I think it's the thing I know best, or networking. But managing is not. And I have to present, so I give some presentation on right meetings or other meetings, so I can present some solution, for example, in English. So.
And what application you use for the presentation?
Sorry?
What application you used for the presentation?
So I use LibreOffice. And I converted to PDF, so I just went to PDF presentations.
Yeah, I understand. Did you use in your team some kind of tools to help with like task management or ticketing tool, something like this? I mean, any tool that you use to help to follow the task or assignment, whatever.
It was one of my project which wasn't finished. We wanted to run RT, the ticket system, because we started to the Phoenix project. It was a security project in this XCZ, and there are CERT teams, and if you have some incident or security incident, it's better to make some ticket from it. So we started to think and started to work on it, but the problem was that we have the company for the the database of the customers and the money which were there. It was a different system, and integration the two systems was a little bit complicated. So we have just like two these systems, one for technicians and one for administration. So it was not so ideal, but we have something like that. But it was half of it was self-deployment or development, and the second was some open source solution, and we wanted to integrate it together.
So this is RT, you mean a request tracker? This
that's good.
bestpractical.com website. Okay, but I mean, with your team, how you are managing your kind of task? You assign something for some member of your team. Then, for example, it takes a few days, and then you have other people. So how you track it? So you basically remember everything, or you use the Excel sheet, or what kind of tool might help
we
you?
run every week. We have a meeting, technical meeting, and we run through the task. And this task was because I want to have it quickly, because this RT integration it's a long run. So we did it in Wiki, the wiki. And one good thing, it was not good, it was just Excel sheet in the wiki. But one thing is that if you build some project and you wanted to documentation, so you have directly the documentation in the wiki of the project. So it was something, I think, really easy to start, write it, and you have the information about this project and so on on one place. So it was good for some tickets. So I say it was small team, 5 people, so it was not so much ticket there. So I don't know, we have about 20 tickets, and we talk every week about it. So.
Okay. This is pretty much all from my side. I don't have anything more to ask. If you have any questions, I can answer them. What I suggest that probably tomorrow, let us discuss it internally. Let me discuss it internally, and then I think it might happen that tomorrow around 10 o'clock, I would suggest to have the technical and a second more technical, let's say, call. We will have the people from our team. We will have the technical manager who is leading this project, and I would suggest to do it in this way. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock approximately. I will confirm it later, but is it good time for you?
Tomorrow, then it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, I will confirm today about the schedule for tomorrow. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you very much for your time, and hopefully to have a call or meeting another call tomorrow.
And it will be again Skype talk or Skype call?
It will be Skype.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Have a nice day.